as I was. It is based more on half of like Until the Ink Runs Out. It takes parts of from Session, which their lead singer. I'm sorry for I'm not pointing names out here, guys. It's been years. He does get melodic in certain instances, but it still keeps that heavy chug, chug, chug that they brought in. The breakdowns are there, phenomenal breakdowns, like just if not better than off of Until the Ink Runs Out. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Like Obsession and Vanity are farther away from this album than what you really traditionally think. Like people think, oh, well, they're going back to the Obsession days, they're getting all soft and da. No, it's chug, 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 motherfuckers. It's like, yeah, let's spin around, let's dance, let's have a good time, let's pretend it's 2000 all over again. You know what I mean? And they really brought the old sound back, and I knew when they went through Passion, they were trying to go through a change and trying to show off a different style. The single off of Oath is phenomenal. There's the gun song, track 3. They start off with the line from John Carpenter's 1988 film, They Live. I've come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. Line from also Duke 3D. Traditionally, in the early 2000s, metal, punk, and pop punk, they would establish movie lines before the usually songs to kind of give more storyline. Wu-Tang did it in the early days with martial arts clips from like Bruce Lee movies, Jackie Chan movies, a lot of martial arts, different karate movies and such. Then these guys picked it up, and Norma Jean and other bands, and that really brings that old style back, and it's really what gravitated me towards these guys. Like, oh, I used to watch this movie, and they're doing a line from it. That's sick. I wonder how the song's gonna be, and it's brutal as fuck. They have a softer song around track 7. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. I apologize ahead. I just got this album earlier today, but they get more Obsession-like later in the album. The beginning of the album is more pickup, really chuggy, fast. The drums are just quick, annihilating. They have that slow kind of sound that they do with the guitar. I just call it the Michael Myers riff. I've always called, and that faded out in like 2004, 2005, and now it's kind of making a comeback here, especially with 18 Visions coming back and being like, hey, this is us, essentially, hey, we're bringing this style back. Now the album is up-tempo, it's pretty brutal and heavy, it's very metalish. It does hark, like I said before, to the early days, 18 Visions. I know I'm off track by track, but at the moment, doing this on a budget, it's hard on space, and I don't have an extra SD card to use, But essentially, it's a huge comeback. I want to see more progress from these guys. I want to see these guys blow Warped Tour up with their old outfits. I know Thread On's playing this year. We got Farm from the Gods. Kind of Seven Dust-ish. Because Seven Dust did play Warped Tour one year. Way back in like 96, 97. Before they hit Woodstock up. I could really see it very fitting. I mean, if Mice and Men are back, they're the melodic singer from Attack Attack. He switched places with the old lead of Attack Attack and, went into Mice and Men. Oh, The Human Condition put out a phenomenal album. I haven't done a Fire from the Gods review yet. I've been meaning to. It's just time. Metal is really starting to push A huge shocker. We said surprise on Facebook. The Foo Fighters, new song, new single, Run. Now, when you guys thought, a lot of people thought, oh, Linkin Park has a song called Heavy. It's gonna be heavy. Foo Fighters did it the right way. When they mean run, halfway through that fucking song, they want you to run. I mean, it is circle pit, straight, true to the point, 80s hardcore at its finest. When did Foo Fighters decide to do this? I don't know. Why did it take so fucking long? Because if you kind of pulled this off in the mid 90s, music would be changed forever. I mean, I'm not saying like do it off the first album, second album, maybe their fourth or fifth. Who knows? I could be saying, just like I said earlier, about metal being more prominent in New York than punk. It could be flip flopped around. It could be, yo, yeah, this new metal band, metal was really big in California, but, we had the punk scene. I could be saying that. But I'm not. But of course, with the song Run, I really want to see some progress. And I'm excited, super excited for this new Foo Fighters album. It's going to be good. It's a different style, it's a different change up. They're finally being more of themselves because Dave Grohl loved straight, God, wow, circle jerks. He grew up in Distortion, the Dead Kennedys, etc. So we got that kind of fast drum beat when he was playing on Nirvana. So now he's gonna like, yeah, guys, we need to give the crowd what they want. Give these old fans what they want. But we're gonna bring some new outfit, and this is a huge change. I mean, I haven't even spoke to two people about it already. It just got put out a few hours ago. Um, it's amazing. I mean, I can't wait till tomorrow to see what people think. Sometimes I wonder, because some of these bands I still continue to listen to, and people claim I'm a huge fan of them. You know, uh, you haven't listened to them in 3 albums. Like, why the hell? You know what I mean? I had kids who stopped listening to Linkin Park after Meteora and bitched about the new Linkin Park album. You weren't there for Minutes to Midnight, or you weren't there for the Hunting Party. Reanimation, Fort Minor. They was all absent, and they are now think they have a say so in bitching about the new. Nah, I'm not about that lifestyle. Be critical, but know your shit. Now, like I said, I can't break this down due to short battery life, space, time continuum, but the 18 Visions album is really an ode to the old 18 Visions. If you listen to them in the early 2000s, if you got mad when they put out Obsessions like I did, I flipped the fuck out when I played that album. For real, when it first came out, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be heavier than Vanity, oh my god. And it's soft, it's like a rock album. Now, they did include a rock sound into this. He got his melodic vocals into this album, but it fits. It fits throughout the album. Even the softer songs on track 7, 8, and 9, that softer side brings more emotion. He knew he really worked on his vocals and really pushed. He's also got his lead guitarist screaming as well, so everybody's kind of doing their own thing. I remember at Treyu, their drummer was a melodic vocalist. Now 18 Vision's kind of picking up that, but I'm not saying their drummer sings, but I mean with the other instruments kind of joining along. There's chants in it. There's single oath. I keep this oath at the end of the track. It's, that group chant that we all used to get in the pit and just grab onto the vocalist mic and be like, yo, scream whatever he's screaming. We had to read the books and such because we didn't understand what they were saying initially, but at the same time, there was passion, there was love, there was emotion. It was raw. It was real. And that really changed my life because I got picky on going to shows. I wouldn't go to certain concerts because there would be no floor. Like, I'm talking the band and nothing else. You're in front of them, looking directly at them, face to face. I screened directly 2 inches from Frankie Palmieri and the lead singer of 18 Visions and Silverstein and Hawthorne Heights. I can go on. In those moments, I'll never forget. Like, I wanted to rip an idol's face. Well, not an idol, but a guy I was really chill with. I want to rip his fucking face off one time, screaming at him in the pit. It wasn't against him. It was just he let that energy out, that negativity, and it felt good after. You know what I mean? We weren't mad at each other. We were screaming at each other like we were about to beat the shit out of each other. But hands weren't thrown. We just release that energy out, and it was great. In those days, I hark back to those days because let's say this album, it gives that feeling of the older, post-hardcore scene, and when metalcore was starting to form around. Uh, in making what's today, I'm in a metalcore group, and these kids are like, just seem to be listening to like metal, like within the last few years, like it's a new thing to them. And there's, of course, trolls as always, and they bitch. And part of me wants to put this album in there and be like, hey, thoughts, like for real. But I want to say this is a 9 out of 10. This is an amazing year for metal. And along with the Foo Fighters, they're picking up a pace. They're doing their new thing. I mean, there's so many other singles I've listened to as well. Um, some side solo bands. Like I Wish I Can Skateboard. Good little punk outfit. Kind of in the emo side. And there's more on my phone that I could just pull off. I want to give a shout out though to Detective, my dude Chris over at Dollar Tree, man. Your sound's really good. I like your bass wobbles. People and the outside of Facebook, you know, only know what goes on within